Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on E.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be... Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Go now, AT Gator. Come on now.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. A look now at the Oakland offense.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Eddie Goldman's everything you want in a defensive tackle. A run stuffer who can move upfield and rush the passer.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Lawrence throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence throwing the out route and complete. It's Joseph. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. It's complete to Lockett. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryce Love, 41 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, 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 watch the screen.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
That's how we keep playing.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
What we got?
Out of the gun, Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Watson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13. And let's take a look at the Texans' offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Throwing to start the drive, Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, but it's going to be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Love. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Off the play fake, Lawrence. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it.
On 1st down, here's Love. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
60 out, Love.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, It's Love, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
50, plant.
On first down, it's Love, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence got his man complete over the middle. It's Schmidt, and he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Target. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Off play action, Lawrence. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Here we go, set, 90, Wolf, 55.
I'm scared.
Five.
On first down, Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a throw left sideline here is complete.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On second down now, it's Love. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more.
The Raiders on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Lawrence. He's got Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders on third down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, Lawrence. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
53 check, 53
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Lockett. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll run on first down. Henley, he'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. On second down, Henley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Off the bootleg, Lawrence. It's caught, Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Let's go.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 6 yards away. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Watson, the catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
It's complete to Martin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Watson looks to throw again. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, it's Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 1. Makes it 3rd and inches.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. To throw is Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Garcia. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Garcia. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That's it, baby.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Elliott is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Hey. Go.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, Lawrence complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Off play action, Lawrence going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Eddie Goldman with a sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morrison. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Morrison. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Right there. Check, 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 check.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson over the middle, complete. It's Morrison. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Watson. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lawrence out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. On first down, Henley. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28.
Defense.
Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another first down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at third and a few inches. Here's Watson. Miller with first down and more. The catch made by Miller. So much for the run on third and one. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Going to throw right side here, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Watson in the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on second down. Watson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Back to throw, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bryant. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Henley. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On first down, Henley. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Good work, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Raiders, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge.